Kiki Benny. Kiki Benny.
Yo, good morning. Painting and writing. We ain't here painting and writing. Same old shit. P, what's good, man? I haven't seen any in my area yet, but there's some news reports. Maybe about an hour from here, 45 minutes or an hour away, like to the north, closer to New Jersey. Bro, New Jersey, that's our neighbor. That shit not far. Like New York, New Jersey. I can be in New York. I gotta go through Jersey to get to New York. I can be in New York in 2 hours, but I have to go through Jersey. And like Delaware, like like trying to get to Maryland, or for me to go to Maryland, or for me to go to New York, I gotta go through parts of Jersey. Like the turnpike takes you through Jersey. You're like it's so close, less than 2 hours away. And so like an hour north of here, there are reports of the fucking drones. So I watched my man last night, bro. He be on it. So the first, what really got me watching this dude channel is he was talking about magnetism and electromagnetism, and how there gravity isn't what we think gravity is. We should stop using the word gravity. It's really electromagnetism is what creates the gravitational phenomenon. He started talking about the ether. This is way before Terrence Howard went on Joe Rogan talking about ether and all this shit. Yo, I'm talking about this 7 years ago, 5, 6 years ago. I listened to this dude about magnetism, but like he was going off on all kind of shit, and he had this fucking some kind of plate. When you shine a light through it, you can actually see the magnetic fields. And he says, we don't see light, we see the properties of light or the effects of light. And he has a really cool way of breaking down like some science shit. But then when you really get on this page, he be talking about like political shit and some conspiracies here and there. And my man says he absolutely 100% knows exactly what the fuck that shit was. He was like, yeah, they are drones and they are our drones. This is um, COVID-19. This is 9/11. This stream is for entertainment purposes only. Do not believe anything I say. This stream is for entertainment purposes only. I am not a professional, and I do not give out any advice of any kind whatsoever, whether it be political, financial, religious, medical, scientific, or otherwise. Never believe anything I say. If you think anything I say is true, I always advise you to do your own research and figure things out for yourself, because I am wrong most of the time, because I'm doing this for fun. I have no idea what I'm talking about. And this stream is for entertainment purposes only. Never believe me, never ever. I never want you to take anything I say seriously or literally. Never, ever. The stream is for entertainment purposes only. This is like fucking 9/11. This is like COVID-19. This is like everything else. This is a trial and error run to see how well do we accept this shit. How well do we accept TSA and FEMA and body scans and more restrictions around international travel? How do we accept all of that shit? You know what? After a while, people get used to it and we accept it pretty damn easily. How do we accept wearing masks and being limited to different places, businesses closing down with no chance of ever opening up, people losing their homes, people dying alone in hospitals? How do we normalize this and get used to it? We just do after a while. How do we normalize drones in the sky, lights always watching us, knowing that these drones could have munition payloads that could stop a vehicle if it were being pursued by law enforcement? How do we accept this shit? How long does it take for us to accept that this is normal now?
Jersey, but also to New York. Couple videos, technically 3. There was one 2 days ago where it was silhouetted against the sky. And then it's flying like this relative to the camera, and then it tilts and it curves around.
Yo, my
and
man
you
be
can
on it,
actually
yo.
see the 4 azipods. But that didn't make the determination. The 4 lights on the base of a lot of these craft, and I'm not claiming all the craft are these, but the 2 most recent videos, undeniable, I knew immediately what the craft was. First, I have to actually state something as a genuine expert in photography. That everybody that keeps talking about orbs and posting videos, oh look, it's an orb, it's a spherical craft. Nobody knows how to manually focus anymore. Nobody. You can take any light at distance, and if you zoom in on it, and it's out of focus, and these are all out of focus, every light on planet Earth, whether it's a candle or a street light, it looks like an orb, because they've actually got it patented and trademarked. It's at a wing that actually, here I'll show it to you. This is as the wings are nearly swiveled out completely to conventional airplane mode. Here at the actual base of the azipods are these white translucent domes, which is we're actually seeing the 4 LEDs. This is the small one. The XP7 as a payload. Those are the SUV size ones people are actually filming. It's about 4 or 5 times bigger than this. This is the XP3. Right at the base there, you can actually see those 4 translucent domes.
Most people have no clue that the easiest way to see in the dark is not with a flashlight. It's actually with this new gadget.
XP3s and XP7s. Say the XP7s are the big ones, can hold a payload of almost 600 pounds. Different kind of sensors and cameras, thermal, night vision, all the good camera frequencies, all that shit, sound equipment, everything. And a flight time of about 9 hours. So if you have a mothership with fucking 24 of these on board, you can send out 12 for 8.5 hours stationary in one area, and have 12 canvassing the area, bring them back to the mothership, dock them, charge them, the next 12 come out. No pause, no break. The next 12 are out, hovering, 8.5 hours, switch them back and forth. If you get a bigger mothership, you can have 30 of them bitches, 130 in the sky at a time, while another 130 are fucking charging to get ready for the next 8-hour shift. Woo, boy.
Not claiming that all the craft are these, but the 2 most recent videos and all the 4 blinking lights at the base of these azipods, these are these craft. Here it is, and it has VTOL capability. It's quite advanced. Vertical takeoff and landing. Here you can actually see it. You can actually launch it from a postage stamp. It has 10 advantages over our current Reaper drones, Predator drones, and Global Hawk drones. It fits a perfect niche, and I'll talk about that here in a second. I don't know if you know this or not, and it bears repeating a couple times. Whatever you own, your property, your farm, or whatever, the United States government owns the skies. And I don't just mean that from the perspective of technology, but I mean the U.S. government. You can look up all the laws and rules and regulations. They literally own the skies. All the people that are complaining, I understand why they're complaining. But from the perspective, and you have to stick yourself in the mindset of these evil people, i.e. the government. We'll do what we want. That's our property up there. You own the ground, and even then you technically don't own it. But we own the sky. But this explains all the azipod lights seen at the base of these countless videos, which have all been fuzzy and too far away. But the 2 most recent videos that were sharp and clear and relatively close, I knew immediately what it was. By the way, that UK entities formed in 2020 currently employs the UK defense sector, designing, developing, producing pack portable loitering munitions, or LMs, which is basically means it's an intelligent flying boom boom. Yeah. The XP7 has a payload.
He told us to look that up too. What is a loitering munitions? I didn't look it up yet, but he tells you over and over, look that shit up, look it up. You figure that shit out, what it is. What is a loitering munition? And that's what these things are. Loitering, the words even just tell you. If you're loitering, you're standing around, idling in one spot, no real destination, but staying in a certain area or proximity. That's loitering, right? And I don't have to look up the definition of that. You can get arrested for loitering because what? You're in a place or area and you're staying in that area, and a loitering munition. We know what a fucking munition is. It's there. But he says, hey, look it up. See what the fuck these things are. Never heard that term before. Loitering munitions. Interesting.
Capacity of exactly 617 pounds or 280 kilograms. You could put surveillance up there in the nose of it on the payload, or you could turn it into a loitering munition. That's even confirmed on countless websites. Our military, and there's also too, you can bring up the information if you actually type in these drones. U.S. Navy was been doing a bunch of successful testing and launching of these things, and they have actually attacked moving targets. So our military's bought a bunch of them. Apparently they've bought a bunch more since then, but that's speculation on my part. The awful thing about this is, and this is not...
Have you heard about Ryoko Pro? This is the cutting-edge portable Wi-Fi hotspot that people wish they found out about sooner.
A hyperbolic statement. Talk about truth imitating art. You remember the Terminator movies, Skynet, where you have all these super advanced drones that are hovering overhead, and when they see something, they take it out. Recently, a drone expert too said, well, I don't know what these are, but I know since they're actually hovering in unison, I don't know if they're run off of AI. They're actually controlled by both, obviously. But they can actually fly autonomously and return and recharge. They have a flight time like on the XP7 of roughly 1,000 nautical miles. Endurance at max payload, which is 617 pounds, 280 kilograms of 9 hours. He says that these are force multipliers, and they are. You have a bunch of drones operating in unison, communicating with each other through AI. When one of them runs out of battery power, it lands and immediately gets replaced with another. So the whole array alternates and gets recharged. So you have a permanent, this is literally, no exaggeration, Skynet level of course the tool is a tool. I've been saying that for years. You could take a hammer and build a house with it, or you could wreak havoc even with a claw hammer. A tool is a tool is a tool. I'm not saying something is inherently evil, but when you're able to put yourself in the mindset of these evil people, you know exactly how they think. It has a variable payload up in the nose of the craft. Yeah, right there up front. You're able to put surveillance up there, or you're able to turn it into what they call an LM, a loitering munition. I am not partially convinced or greatly convinced, nor am I speculating, on those two most recent videos and the third one where the craft was silhouetted and it was flying like this relative to the camera, and then it tilts and it comes around like this on its side, and you can see the 4 azipods and you can see the body right in the middle there. It can take off. Here, let's talk about the advantages and the reason why they want to. Well, the United States already has drones. You got Predators and Reapers and Global Hawks. I don't know if you've ever seen the picture of those when they're being maintained. They have a gazillion parts. There's a lot of downsides. So here's what the advantage of these are. They're infinitely cheaper. I'm speculating, and I know I'm right, that these craft, purchased at bulk. Of course, this is chump change for any military. And since these are SUV-sized craft, I knew days ago, but I didn't put it in the video, that this is not, any personal craft owned by anybody. You got to a drone the size of an SUV, you're talking about a $250,000 craft.
But,
So these are $250,000
see?
to maximum.
You saying shit like that right there,
$400,000
bro.
craft.
That's exactly why we can't get nowhere right now with this
Yeah.
damn channel. See that right there. See, hey, if you in here, I'm telling y'all, man, everybody guilty by association. This stream for entertainment purposes only. This nigga said. Yo. He said, yo, somebody go hijack one of them, bro. See, man, that's why we can't get no way. This motherfucking and said it out loud. Look at it. You know somebody going doop doop boop boop. Let me just see if I can. Oh, I got a signal. Oh, boop 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 boop. I'm in there. Which one? It says X4972-37X AF. I think AF stands for Air Force. Oh shit, this is one of the Air Force jumps. Doop, boop, 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 doop, boop, boop, boop. I'm in there. Yo, this nigga say, yo. That's exactly why we gotta do disclaimers, man. See? But hey, you not wrong though. You are, cause they said one of them shits went down. You seen the video of the one that went down? My shit is connected to the speaker downstairs. Why my screen so greasy? Shit made it worse.
This shit fucking crashed.
Wait, what the hell?
No way. Yo! No way. You got good footage? Oh, they fucking! This shit fucking crashed. Yo! No way. Yo! No way. You got good footage?
So I don't know if that's one of the drones or if that's some kind of small private plane or something that went down. But somebody said it was it says down, drone down, question mark.
All right, good morning. Stop scrolling.
That
There was
I-
a drone crash in New Jersey last
Yeah,
night.
see, because he's saying there's a drone crash too.
Township, it looks like undercover, off the books satellite launches. And apparently, there's a couple things planned for the next 2 weeks that stand out. I'll let you read it yourself here if you want to pause. This is, I think he said, yeah, basically, this is a domestic military op. Project Blue Beam, or to top all that off, here's 3 separate videos from yesterday in New Jersey of drones acting and behaving very strangely. Enjoy. Look at his. Look at him striking. Look at that. Look at that. He is spraying the sky again. Bro, this is crazy, man. Look at this guy.
I think that's a beam of light. I think that's just a light. I don't know if it's spraying nothing, but there's another one that shoots a fucking projectile. That shit is like.
Just sprayed. This guy just sprayed.
Yo, what the fuck is that? What is that part though? What the fuck was those projectiles? That's what I want to know. What the fuck was that little thing?
This guy just ran.
I think that's a light, a high beam light, but this shit right here, I don't know what that is. You see something flashing in the sky, then you see like, doom, doom, doom. It's this fucking Star Wars with the pew pew, pew pew. How we got pew pews before Grand Theft Auto 6? Come on, man. Come on, Rockstar. You taking too fucking long. The world about to end, and I'll never play this fucking game, bro. Can I get Grand Theft Auto 6? It's been 11 fucking years. 11 years. We got pew pew drones in the sky already. Trump about to be president again. Again. And I still ain't got a new Grand. I'm tired of this shit, man. Earth's so fucking ghetto, bro. I can't wait till the aliens come. I swear on everything I fucking love, bro. Can't wait till the aliens come. God damn. Shit is getting crazy. I mean, crazy, bro. Pew pew drones. What the fuck was that? We got drones crashing on the highway. We got. Lord, man. I really do think, man, they about to pull. Hey, entertainment purposes only. Whatever this shit is, it's to stop Trump. I ain't lying, man. Hey, the deep state is not happy right now, bro. The deep state is not happy. And you think all this bullshit he's saying going over the fucking military industrial complex head? It's not, man. It's not. This motherfucker talking about ending wars and getting all the bureaucracy out of all these fucking different agencies and fucking chopping the heads of a lot of departments and shit. And they like, oh, really? Really? Nigga, we'll have an alien invasion first, bitch. Well, aliens will come for you for that shit happen, nigga. You don't think so? Watch. Now you got pew pew drones. I'm telling you now, when the inauguration is, January the 20th, man, before the 20th of next month, we gonna see a bunch of crazy shit, yo. They gonna be some crazy shit. I'm telling you now, man, it's just, hey. Then this motherfucker just sent 80 billion to Ukraine. Bro, you know they gonna tell Ukraine to keep shooting missiles at fucking Putin. And Putin already told everybody, if you attack me, I don't give a fuck if you don't have nukes. If anybody you fuck with, anybody in your camp, any of y'all niggas got nukes, I'm taking it as a nuclear threat. Oh, we don't have nukes. Yeah, but your homeboys do. And you hit me, so I felt like he hit me too. I'm about to fuck all y'all up. He already signed that shit. Ukraine is not a nuclear power, but we are. So if Ukraine keep fucking with Putin, and everybody knows that most of the Ukrainian munitions are our stuff, what does that mean for the U.S., yo? Because Putin can't act like a bitch. He can't, man. This is chess on a global scale, and everybody know the fucking game, man. Everybody know that the military industrial complex run by the Western nations is the chief player. And if you are a strong leader of your nation and you love your people, you can't fall or allow yourself to succumb to the machine. You just can't succumb to the machine. Not if you love your country and the future of your countrymen. Period. That's why, look at what happened to Gaddafi. He loved his country. He loved his people, yo. So much so he said, I'm not playing these games with you guys. And they had to murder that nigga, yo, in public, on camera. Everybody who stands up to the machine because they love their people. No matter how we look at them as dictators, or they killed so many of their own people, blah, 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 blah. That may be true, but at the same time, most of these motherfuckers still not playing the game that the Western powers want them to play. They want to play their own game. And people like Putin is Asian. This motherfucker don't look at himself as a white man. He Russian. Russians are technically Asians, bro. and he don't see himself as a part of the Western world or Western culture. And I think he too understands the machine. And he can probably see a future for his people that can be very bright or very dark. And so, and I don't think he the one to fuck around with. He been in power too long, man. I think Russia really love that man. And Russia really believes that he is going to do what's best for them. And if a day ever comes where he says, yo, we about to push the button, I think his people will be okay with that shit, yo. Yeah. That don't mean shit. that mean he extra know-how, nigga. That motherfucker probably kill somebody with his thumb. In the dark. You know? In a pitch black room where he could probably grab you or kill you with his fucking thumb some kind of way. That man not to be fucked with, though. He not. And if he prop up his rich oligarch buddies and all that, whatever, man. Just like Trump, rich billionaire ass, and he got all his billionaire ass buddies and shit. I still think that motherfucker love his country. Because his country has afforded him the lifestyle to be in the billionaire boys club. Who wouldn't love their fucking country for that shit? Putin the same thing. Same kind of character, yo. That motherfucker got rock star homies and shit, but hey, they love their fucking country. Proud motherfuckers, man. You keep fucking around with them proud ass Russians, and they not like us. They not like a lot of other countries with all this fucking DEI, LGBT, woo, all that. The motherfuckers, man. Russia's built different, yo. Once again, they're very, very proud people, very ethnically and culturally in tune with themselves. Definitely Western trends have invaded every part of the fucking world. But some countries, like India, like China, like North Korea, like Russia, they don't let too much of that shit in because they want to maintain their cultural identity. I love countries like that, yo. And once again, they not with all the bullshit. Russian women are women and Russian men are fucking men. And they genetics. Because they are so proudful in themselves as a people. Yo, they got some good ass genes, yo. Most Russian dudes are big motherfuckers. When you look at the strongman contests and all that shit, you ever watch them strongman contests? Most of the motherfuckers be Russian Slavic ass motherfuckers. These bitches like 6'3", named Igor. Hey, what the fuck, nigga? You get like 2-3 Vladimirs in there. Like, god damn, what the fuck y'all over there eating? I eat moose and caribou. I bet you do. Nigga don't eat nothing but moose and bear meat. Like, god damn. And cool. Nice paint, yo. Appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers live in them harsh ass cold climates. Man, that shit do something to your fucking DNA, man. You know what I'm saying? You gotta adapt certain traits to even survive that shit, yo. And then certain physical traits lead to certain personality traits. Don't fuck with no Russians, man. Earlier this year, Putin even put out a little invitation to the world, say, yo, all the Western countries, y'all, they acting really weird right now with everything they doing, man. He was like, yo, Western ideology is just kind of crazy. And it's hard to watch. He's like, if y'all need a break from y'all countries, you can just come to Russia. And I think he was giving like a 2-week or 3-week stay in Russia with like no visa. You don't have to know the language. And he's just like, y'all want to just get away from what y'all know and just come chill over here for a minute and like go swimming and have some good food. You don't even gotta learn our language, bro. Just if you want a break, man, just come chill in Russia for a little while. He invited the whole world. He's like, Cause y'all country's acting really weird right now. I feel bad for y'all, man. Y'all want to come see how we do it over here? Come drink some vodka and shit, man. Come on, man. I was like, damn, Putin different. The motherfucker built different, man. And I think that's why him and Trump may not like each other, but have a mutual respect for each other. Like, hey, you a grown ass man like I'm a grown ass man. We not about to play these little kid games. You want to talk? I'll talk, nigga. Now we can try to come to an agreement, and if not, that's fine too. But you know, at least come to the table. I'll chat with you like a grown ass man. You know why? Cause I love my people, man. I'm trying to see what's good with for my people, and that's off the rip. I'm not coming in here saying, oh, we bending the knee and all this shit. Nah, nigga. What's good? What's good, nigga? What's in it for me? In my clan. You know? I know you want something for you in your clan. How we gonna work this shit out? And if not, nigga, just my hand on the button too. If you got a button, I got a button. If we can't work nothing out, that's fine. Stay your ass over there. We'll stay the fuck over here. I don't know why the world can't be like that. Because they too much money in war, in conflict. That's where the big bucks are made at. So they can't just let that shit in. Black people taking trips to other countries while being told of better prosperity hasn't. Hey, willingly taking a trip and forcefully taking a trip is two different things, bro. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I can go to Russia on an airplane sipping a martini with my shoes off. You know? On an invite, it's a difference. That's a difference. I get what you're saying, though. That, hey, being forced to go somewhere and going somewhere on your own accord. You know what I'm saying? And nowadays, chocolate is kind of in demand, you know? Chocolate is kind of in hey, I see all the, especially in Asian countries, because for so long that shit has been hella taboo, and in their culture, like, once again, in some countries, like, a bit of Western ideology has sank in, and one of the main things from the West that has really taken root around the world is like fair skin. It's fair skin. Why? Because it's such a rare thing. It is very rare to have like ultra fair or light skin, aka white people skin. That's a rare thing. Most of the human family has tan to dark brown skin. Period. And so for a long time, even in Asian countries, like just having lighter skin was more appealing. And they thought that, you know, mixing, goddamn, mixing with darker skinned people, you know, whatever, tainted your bloodline. And if you had, you know, lighter skin, especially like European, you were the most desirable and the most beautiful. But now with, you know, the internet and the Hollywood and a lot of these stereotypes are changing. Like, a lot of Asian countries are starting to find black people very attractive, especially American blacks. That's why I see some guys, the passport bros, go to other countries. Man, motherfuckers be in goddamn Japan and Vietnam, and it's just like, the women just be jumping on their ass, literally. Like, oh shit, why, how, what the fuck? They I heard the stories. So yeah, I think it's time to start taking trips other places, man. One of my cousins went to, he was in the army, motherfucker went to Japan, never came back, dog. Never came back. Got a wife and a mistress, and his wife knows his mistress. They hang out together sometimes. It's not really a mistress then, you know. It's just Japanese culture, man. If your husband really can provide and keep you squared away and protect you and everything, and then he come and say, I got a side chick, the wife don't really got no say so. She just gotta accept that shit. Like, well, you know, he do bust his ass. I don't really pay no bills. He gives me this leisurely life, and all right, got another bitch. And they say it's very common over there too, because unlike here in America, it's their population is reversed. Believe it or not, man, in America there's like almost 2-to-1 for women, yo. Like there's it's almost 2. It's like 1.7 or 1.8, some dumbass percentage like that of women to men. Basically in America there are more women than men in this country. But in some parts of Japan and China, there are way more men, yo. They did the fucking that was China who did the one child shit. Everybody wanted boys. We carry on a family name. You do that shit for goddamn 20, 30 years, what the hell you think is gonna happen to your population? So it's like really successful men in those countries, man, they get the pick of the fucking litter, yo. Like you can't go to Thailand and do that shit, you know? They got turned in the cut. Yo, Tyson was good, bro. Hey, man, the whole shit is wild over there, bro. Different cultures, different countries, man, have, hey. That's why I say America's not the best place, but it ain't the worst place either. You know what I'm saying? Definitely not the best place. I don't know what the best place to live is. But America, we got all the niceties. Our country is pretty beautiful and big as hell. Like we got the largest country. Are we the largest country, or is it Brazil? Or is it, hold on, Australia? Africa? That's the largest country. Cause our country is so big, man. It has like one of the most diverse terrains. Like you can see everything in America, yo. Everything. Mountains, swamps, deserts, forests. Like you can see everything in America. Some countries are so fucking small, like your whole country is either a forest or a desert or a wetland. Like I thought, what the hell? This is your whole country? Oh, I don't like that. I ain't got shit. Yeah, some of our states in the United States, like some states are as big as other countries. Like Texas, standalone is bigger than most fucking Middle Eastern countries. Like goddamn, that shit is bigger than Uzbekistan and all that shit. Just one of our fucking states is larger than your whole country. California, bigger than other countries.
Ingenious design. They do not require runways for takeoff and landing like Reapers and Predators and Global Hawks. AI self-guided missions, they don't require, unlike the Reapers and the Predators, which do have autonomous hovering and lurking capability. However, those require highly trained pilots to fly them and land them. These don't require that. These can launch and return on a dime. They don't require a runway. Hover for 10 hours, depending on what they come in different sizes. Multiple payload capability. So if you turn it into an LM and you got to target something and take it out, boom. It's $200,000-$300,000 craft, big deal. Those Reapers and Predators have a bazillion parts in them. They're millions of dollars. It is the perfect, there's an empty slot. People are like, why were we using B-52s in Syria recently? You know, they're very old, antiquated craft, but they're able to drop serious tonnage. You know, each Tomahawk is like $2 million. Everything else is either too expensive or limited. We have like gazillion tons of boom booms from the Vietnam and the Korean War, and the B-52s are perfect for that. I don't know if you know about the B-52 sorties that have been flying over top of Syria recently, but...
No offense, but if you're paying more than $30 per month on car insurance, you're getting ripped off. Guys, so everyone is ditching their car insurance and doing this.
So there's a perfect fit between the Reapers and the Predators and the crews, you know, like the Tomahawks. I'm not going to use the M word. The Tomahawks, which are $2 million, and I think the government has to order them like nearly a year in advance. It's got, this name is patented, so I have to change the name. It has a wing design that actually tilts out from like a helicopter mode to a conventional flight mode. It's a super ingenious design that you can launch from postage stamp. A bazillion less parts. You know, they don't have to have this crazy maintenance like the Predators and the Reapers do. So this is what the military's been looking for. And if you have a bunch of these, and there are many videos, and drone experts have been talking about that they're flying in unison in a pattern, a fabric net over the skies of New Jersey. And they say, well, these, and this of course is an obvious statement, well, that's a force multiplier. These drones are operating in unison. They're flying. So why are they hovering over New Jersey? I was humorously talking, and this is pure speculation on my part when I say this, that New Jersey and these other states, gonna see how long it takes to normalize it to people. Because right now everybody's, you know, demanding action and yelling at their congressmen. And they want the military to say what they are, and of course these are military craft. Why do you think, you know, if these were like, there is no way these are from another government like China and Russia, they would have been taken out. No way that they're from another guy. They are ours. They're owned by the U.S. military. They are ours. That's the reason why they're not taking them out. That's why they've been up to the White House press briefing. Like, hey, there's nothing to worry about. We don't know what these are. Of course, they know exactly what they're. Yeah, we don't know what these are, but there's nothing to worry about. We have no information that these are from another country. But of course, they're not from another country. That is absolutely true. We think that there's nothing to worry about. Wait a minute, you just contradicted yourself. You said you don't know what they are, when in fact they do know what they are. And then 5 seconds later you say, we know they don't pose any hazard or risk to anybody. You know, there's nothing to worry about. It's an inherent contradiction. But they're trying to normalize this to people. I want to know how many weeks of this it takes Before the people are like, yeah, the drones have been up there for a few months, you know, I gotta go to work and pay the bills, you know. They're not bothering me, it used to be scary, but, you know, I'm used to it now. I want to know how long it takes. It seems like to be a psychological test. And a test on many fronts, actually. Test the equipment, a test to see how long it takes to normalize it to the people. Here's a video, an audio. I like to play the audio. This is a former CIA operative. His name is Joseph Spencer. His memoir, and I'll read you the important part here. Okay. From
Sinister plan. In the year 2024, a global event will alter the course of mankind's future. The world will stand witness to a massive alien invasion. Thousands of projected holographic alien warships will blanket the skies, sending people into a global panic. Real military crafts within the holograms will inflict actual damage to the surrounding areas to sell the gimmick. And as a result of the ensuing human chaos, a one-world government will immediately form without any resistance from the people. They will be the new world order.
I mean, here's the fact, and this is something, whether you like me or hate me, I don't care, you know it's true. Every government is extremely famous for doing one thing, many things, but this one especially. You want a solution, which is power and control. You generate a problem that you already have the solution to, so you present the problem to change the psychology and manipulate the people to demand a solution. So, well, I'll demand it. You know, it's going to take, you know, we need to have a little bit more control, a little bit more power over you, and we can fix that problem. So you create a problem to present a solution to put these people into greater power. Also, too, something recently, this is confirmed by everybody, and it's been confirmed from multiple countries, including Sweden, Norway, Switzerland, Portugal, Spain, and Italy. It's at 6.91 megahertz or 6,910 kilohertz. It's from a Russian military broadcast. It's a very powerful broadcast. It's been sending out a clicking noise. It's been operating for decades, and it is from the Russian military, okay? Not speculation, confirmed. It's been sending out a clicking noise like a clock ticking. Decades. Like 48 hours ago, this Russian broadcast started broadcasting this. I'll let you decide what you think it is or is not, okay?
Check this out. I'm going to show you how I afforded this car. Okay, you ready? All right, $118 for car.
So, broadcasting an air raid siren. A big event happened from Russia upon Ukraine less than 24 hours ago. I'll let you look that up. Anyway, these are heavy lift VTOL, vertical takeoff and landing, 620 kilogram payload, turbo generator power engine on these, versatile heavy lift, tilt wing. They have a special name I can't use because they have it trademarked. It's a swiveling wing design that's really quite ingenious. You know, like the Harrier jump jets? Those things have a bazillion parts in them. They cost $1 bazillion. They're extremely complicated. They require not just a regular pilot, a super advanced pilot to fly those things. They're able to, it has a tilt rotor design and a mid-body engine that lets it lift off, and then it's able to go into a forward flight. This is a super cheap, you know, $200,000 to $400,000 craft. Yeah, but the worst thing about this is that it's actual Skynet. Not like it's a hyperbolic. No, it's actual Skynet. You put a bunch of these that are operating autonomously off of AI. They're waiting orders on what to strike. If they have the forward module as a LM, which is basically a flying boom boom. Anyway, Russia, by the way, right now is moving ICBMs into the countryside. These are Large trucks, essentially, they're called TELs, or transporter erector launchers. These are the ICBMs. These are not the intermediate range. And the snow-covered back roads throughout the entire nation of Russia. This explains the 4 Azipod lights I've been seeing for days and days and days. Here's something else that's really important. Like, why are these drones going on? I said this last night in live stream, and everybody agreed, and you have to agree. Elon Musk and his Doge, or the Department of Government Efficiency, they absolutely, not hyperbolic statement, said flat out, we're going to eliminate 95+% of bureaucratic jobs. In other words, 95% of government workers. They're going to cut off the money to the MIC, the MIC. I assume you know what the MIC is. Let me ask you a question. Do you really think, and people talk about draining the swamp, which I've always thought is humorously ignorant. The swamp is not only bottomless, and if you reach the bottom of it to drain it, underneath that it's another swamp. Do you really think, since they have said flat out that they're going to eliminate 95+% of bureaucrats, do you really think that the mega beast is going to allow that to happen? They're like, well, we've only got like 35, 38 days, whatever it is, until inauguration. Do you really think they're going to let that happen? I mean, that's a serious question to you. Do you think? Do you think there's any connection between that fact and the force multiplier? Let's just call it a real-life Skynet. Whatever you think they are or are not, all the drone experts will tell you that, look, they're arrayed in a grid. There's countless videos of that, more now than ever before. That's a force multiplier of drones operating in use. Like, a drone going here, a drone going there. Force multiplier. That's Skynet. Like I said, I'm not identifying all of the craft, but I'm telling you 100% certain. I know those 3 videos, and the explanation for the 4 blinking Azipod lights is that craft. I looked up to see, I was going to invest. I don't even play the stock market. I was going to look to see if I could invest in that company. So they're not a publicly traded stock. Well, this company sells and manufactures military aircraft and government-level surveillance craft. I beg you to go on Wikipedia or any other site, just type it in. What's a loitering munition? Just say, that's what the government calls them. Not only our government, other governments as well. Hey, go look up what a loitering munition is. It's a flying smart boom boom that's also, too, AI controlled. Go look it up.
How many hours do you work out to look like that? I don't work out. Yeah, so how often do you meet with a dietitian? Never. I don't go to the doctor anymore. But how do you stay so healthy? I learned the 13 foods that help or hurt the body. Practice mindfulness. I balance my hormones. How did you balance your hormones without a doctor? I just discovered Dr. Livigood's best-selling Guide to Health. How much is it? No, it's free. How do I get my hands on it? Just click the link. I am a primary care physician. I'm frustrated, and
People keep asking our government to, knock them out of the skies. They keep saying it's not. Of course, the government's not going to knock them out of the sky. They're not from another government, not China, not Russia. They are ours. Like, why are they hovering over New Jersey, New York, and a few other places? I know this is not only a test of the equipment, full-scale spectrum test of the equipment, but also, too, to see how long it takes to normalize it to the people. You know how every big major news story, it keeps going on, and it's really, really bad, and we find out it's more bad and more bad. And they're like, I don't care anymore, it's old news, I know it's really bad, but, I gotta go to work. See how long it takes to normalize them. Like I said, these have 10 advantages over our current Reaper, Predator, Global Hawk, etc. drones. 10 advantages. Super cheap, no runways required, you can launch them from a postage stamp. They've launched them from the back of small pickup trucks. AI self-guided missions, don't require highly trained pilots, can launch and return on a dime, hover for all day. Force multipliers used in unison with other identical drones. Multiple payload capability. You want to stick some surveillance equipment up in the nose of it on the payload? No problem. You want to stick a big boom boom up there? No problem. It's the perfect fit for what the military's been looking for. And people don't think like that. I think like that. I know how these military people, well, the stuff that they want. It's like, we got the super expensive stuff over here that we have to wait, order it, pay for it, wait a year to get it. Like the Tomahawks. And we have these super, super expensive stuff over here, super complicated, like Reapers and Predators. Million parts, gotta have an advanced pilot to fly. We need something that's cheap and simple, easy, build a lot of them, doesn't require a runway, doesn't have a million parts in it, and that's it. X marks the spot. You remember the Goldilocks thing? You know, this porridge is too hot, this porridge is too cold. Well, this is the perfect porridge that Goldilocks wants. In this case, of course, Goldilocks is the MiC and our government, not only our government. So, tell me what you think. I said I'm not identifying all of these as those craft, but those 3 recent videos and the 4 Azipod lights, that's what those craft are. 100%, no ifs, ands, or buts. Thanks so much for watching. By the way, if you ever like these videos, any donation is greatly and warmly appreciated. That's in the description below. Also, too, if you want to contact me with any information at all, I also, too, greatly appreciate that. Happy holidays to you. Feliz Navidad. Merry Christmas, etc. Peace out.
I like my man's content, yo. I think he be real concise and real on the point. And I think he presents enough information and enough evidence, or at least tries to lead you to the information to partially convince you, you know. And once again, if you're not fully convinced, then just go ahead and do the research, and either you can take it and go one way or the other with it. I'm gonna take a bathroom break. This coffee is about to get me.
Kiki Benny.
coming, guys. All right, so I already started writing to this beat. Started writing last night. I wrote a hook first, a super duper simple hook. I think I need something. I think I've been going too strong with the bars lately. You know what I'm saying? So I literally, whatever, it was the first thing that came to my mind. I'm like, for a simple hook, that's not bad. You know? So I wrote a very simple hook. And then I already got the first verse and I got 2 bars on the second verse. So, my man Kiki Benny sent me a beat. The name of the beat is Money Motivation, right? Money Motivation. So, damn, I was like, I listened to I started playing, I was just like, I just kept saying money motivation. And that's it. That's the hook. How's it going, bro? Let's hear that hook. It's so stupid and simple, bro. It's I can't hardly say it though. So the hook goes, money motivate. Motivate. Motivation. Money, motivation, motivate. Money, motivation, money, motivation. Money, motivation, motivate. Bruh, it is what it is. Don't look at me weird. I already told you. Don't look at me like that. The name of the beat is Money Motivation. What the hell I'm supposed to say? Yeah, money motivate, motivation, money motivation, motivate, money motivation, motivation, motivate, motivation, money motivate, motivation, money motivation, motivate, money motivate, motivation, motivate, money motivation, motivation, motivate, money motivate, money motivate, money motivation, money motivate, money motivation, money motivate, money motivation. Money motivation. Motivate, money motivate, money motivate, money motivation, motivate, money motivation. That's what we got. That's what we got for the hook. Alright, and the verse goes, dirty ghetto kids growing up poor as shit, selling twigs, trying to make some pence. Being broke don't make no sense. Ever since I was a jit, been convinced that your time spent represents what you get. That's some real spit. Break it down, bag it up, hit the strip real quick. Got it out the mud, and that country mud real thick. Stayed about them Benjamins. Way back, we were bagging nicks, hustling like some savages, moving all them packages. While you blowing on some Babbage, I'm stacking all my cabbage. Money motivation. Graduated selling cocaine. Never wanted ghetto fame, but the OGs know my name. In the city know my game. J-Rock and B Scott and my niggas really bang. Money motivate, motivation. Yeah, so we got that. Second verse starts off, scared money don't make money. But you ain't scared of shit with an empty tummy. Let a nigga starve. Let a nigga, you'll fight a goddamn bear. If you feel like you about to starve, hey, you ain't scared of shit with an empty tummy. Think about it. So this first verse is all hustling and really about bagging up and selling drugs. Second verse is we grown now because I got my art business. My homeboy, he got his own business. We all got families and kids, and everybody own houses and property. So we still money motivated and hustling. We just doing it a different way. So I want to add those elements and leave like this. The first verse is all the street elements of the young man trying to be money motivated and actually surviving this shit. Now we just use a different hustle. We still money motivated, but a different, we get money a different way. Fight a bear, wrestle an ox. You ain't scared of shit with an empty tummy. I'm telling you now. That's why you gotta be money motivated. Whatever it takes, you gotta go get it, man. Else you gonna starve. Closed mouth don't get fed. Scared money don't make money. Money motivated, money motivated, money motivation, money motivation, motivate. So this is writing this second verse is what I'll be doing later today. I think I'll keep that 2 verses. I might try to write a decent bridge since the chorus or the hook is so simple. If I write like a little bridge with a couple of extra bars to throw in there as a supplementary hook, I might do that. But I want it to be simple, a quick little 2 verses. All right, in the first verse, I already shout out 2 of my homies. I'm gonna send it to them first, like, yo, I put y'all names in this one, bro. Acrylics. Run this? I don't use acrylics, bro. Oil paint. Oils. I'm a big boy. I can use oil paints and thinner without making a mess. That's how I know oils is superior, man, because people always say, is that acrylics? Nah. If people just assume, like, this nigga can't be fucking with oils. That can't be oil. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's oil. Is that acrylics? Mm-mm. You gotta write a bridge with Rihanna on every hook for yourself. Damn. Yo, the bridges be coming in handy just to extend the track out a little bit, give it a little more space in there. Allen's Mean Palace. I mean, should I remember you? Did you make a comment that was so remarkable, so rememberable, that I tagged you in all my posts? I don't know, man. Bro, everybody call me Uncle Snoop. That's not unique to you. That's what I'm saying. Did you make some kind of super impactful statement? I don't know, man. Wendy, do we remember this dude? If Wendy don't remember you, I don't know what to tell you. She got a very good memory. Puff. Remember this dude?
Kiki Benny.
Kiki Benny. telling my guys in prison, like, I kind of feel weird about my new music because I don't have any of my songs memorized. I write them so fast, and then I don't have to take the time to memorize it. As soon as I write it, I can just throw it in Suno. So sometimes it feels like as I'm listening to the songs, I'm still learning them myself. And so writing this last night is just like, I literally was writing this right before I don't know, I'll be writing right before I go to sleep sometimes. I really can't remember how I was flowing some of these fucking bars. Not this shit. Hey, this morning, that shit not sounding. Is that how I wrote that shit? How I heard? I don't know. I can't fucking say this shit right yet. You gonna get it though. You say I'm even subbed. That's what's up. I got my shit say 1.43K subscribers. Man, I can't remember everybody out of that whole list of people. That's a little bit, but a lot for me. Money motivate, motivation, money, motivation, motivate, money, motivation, motivation, money, motivation, motivate, money, motivation, 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 money, motivation, motivate, money, motivation, motivate, dirty kiddo kids growing up, poor as shit, selling twigs, trying to make some hits, being broke don't make no sense, ever since I was a kid, been convinced, this your time spent, represents what you get, that's some real spit, break it down, bag it up, hit the strip real quick, got it out the mud, and that country mud real thick, stayed about my Benjamins, way back we were bagging nicks, hustling like savages, moving all them packages. You blowing on some cabbage, and I'm stacking on my cabbage. Money, motivation, graduated, selling cocaine. Never wanna get on fame, but the OGs know my name. In the city, know my game. Jay, rockin' beat, Scott, and my niggas really bang, really bang, really bang. Money, motivate, money, motivation, money, motivation, motivate, money, motivation, money, motivation, money, motivate, money, motivate, money, motivation, motivate, money, motivate, money, motivation, money, motivate, money, motivation, money. Dirty ghetto kids growing up, poor as shit, selling twigs, trying to make some hits. Being broke don't make no sense. Ever since I was a kid, been convinced that your time spent represents what you get. That's some real spit. Break it down, bag it up, hit the strip real quick. Got it out the mud and that country mud real thick. Stayed about them Benjamins. Way back we were bagging nicks, hustling like some savages, moving all them packages. While you blowing on some babbage, I'm stacking on my cabbage. Money, motivation, graduated, selling cocaine. Never wanna get on fame, but the OGs know my name. In the city, know my game. J Rock, Beat, Scott, and my niggas really bang. Yeah, my niggas really bang. Money motivate, money motivate, motivation, money motivate, money motivate, motivation, money motivate. Motivation, money, motivate, money motivate, money motivation, money motivation, money motivate, money motivation. Woo! Oh, we got the cover of a Lowrider magazine. That's what's up. I mean, you just did. You say, would you consider helping me promote an art book? You just did. You're very welcome. I think I got an extra bar. Somehow I think I got a. Is this 2 bars or 1 bar? while you blowing on some Babbage, I'm stacking all my cat. Is that 2 bars? Money. Yeah. That sounds like some savages moving out on packages while you blowing on some Babbage. While you blowing on some Babbage, I'm stacking on. While you blowing on some Babbage, I'm constantly stacking my cabbage. While you blowing on some Babbage, I'm stacking on my cabbage. Money, motivation, graduated, selling cocaine, never wanna get no fame, but the OGs know my name. In the city know my gang. In the whole city know my gang. In the city know my gang. In the whole city know my gang. Never wanna get no fame, but the OGs know my name. In the city know my gang. J Rock and B Sky, and my niggas really back. Oh no. I think that's an extra bar. You might have to trim that. And if I have to trim the last bar, I can just put it in the second verse somewhere, maybe. But we can say it. Hey, the verse works, right? It does work. There's something, the hook works very simple. There's not a lot to the hook. That's on purpose, because I think the last things I've been writing, just that shit may go over a lot of people's heads sometimes, because my bars be too intricate. I ain't lying. And I ain't trying to hype myself up. I just be. And so sometimes it's good just to, turn it down a little bit. Don't dumb it all the way down, but make it simple, not dumb. Because there are some very complex themes that are very simple. All right, my guy, stay cool. I've seen you paint a few times here, and you got skills. I hope to catch you start from the beginning of one of these. How you go about underpainting and building your tone colors. Oh, yeah, man, definitely. You missed the last one, bro. We just did 2 of them. We did 2 underpaintings recently. Damn, I wish you was here for that. But I got 2 more canvases that only have the sketches on it, so we're gonna be toning and doing some more underpaintings very soon. Stay tuned. Hit the notification bell.
Kiki Benny.
seeing if I have to chop that last bar or rearrange it. Still want to end on that last rhyme scheme. I don't want to change the whole rhyme scheme, but maybe we may have to rearrange those last two bars. But for the most part, that verse works. And second verse is already off to a start. Scared money don't make money, but you ain't scared of shit when you got an empty tummy. You need to keep that thought right there. See what comes after that. But back to some skin tones, back to some skin tones. You know what been on. Back to some skin tones. And I'm gonna jack this up a little bit. Let's see. No? Something like that.
Kiki Benny. Kiki Benny.
take care, and good night. You tried to say something hella different before that, though. I wonder what that was. Yeah, man, my stream is definitely set up to make people watch their language. He had 3 messages that would not go through. Be careful what you try to say to me. Good night. I just added 2 bars. Scared money don't make money. You ain't scared of shit with an empty tummy. It ain't funny when it's cold out and your nose running. YNs bang out like a crash dummy. Alright, so that's, you know what I'm saying? That YN shit. So, once again, trying to show the difference in growth. And so, I want to say something like, from that part on, it's going to be like all the positive stuff. So that was 4 bars. So I got 12 bars to talk about good shit. YNs bang out like a crash dummy. We made it out. That might be the start of the next bar. We made it out. Why? How? How did we make it out? Because we're smart. YNs bang out like a crash dummy. We made it out. I gotta change the rhyme scheme on that one. Because that's 4 bars. So we got money twice. So that's basically a simple rhyme. Scared money don't make money. So money, tummy, funny, runny, dummy. Money, tummy, funny, runny, dummy. That's 5, but really, I say money twice, so that's actually 6 in that rhyme scheme. So I think we could change the rhyme scheme on the next bar. YNs bang out like a crash dummy. And see, bang out, and then bringing that out back into the next rhyme. We bang out because we made it out. We made it out. YNs bang out like a crash dummy. We made it out. And I can take the internal rhyme out and bring it to the end of that bar and make it an ending rhyme, made it out some. Or it could just go into on a whole different tangent. Made it out, Y ends, bang out, like a crash dummy. We made it out. Why did we make it out? Because we act different. These niggas different nowadays, man. We made it out. We was just different, man. We made it out because we act. Oh, YNs bang out. YNs bang out like crash dummies. We made it out because we act different. Made it out. We made it out because we act different. We act different. We hustle hard. Y'all niggas lack business. Niggas lack business. Business. We made it out. We act different. Made it out. We act different. We made it out, could we act different to the dope money, started that business. Ooh, we made it out, could we act different to the dope money and started that business. Made it out, could we act different to the dope money and start that business. To the dope money, start that business. Maybe a little more like this. Let me get a little, get a with her, cause I need some. Early in the morning, cause when I walk with my, when you see me with my, early in the morning. Every day and I try to give you some of that. And it was so good that it made me say, cause I give you some of that. Wait a minute, I can't write two songs at once, can I? Am I thinking of another song right now? Early in the morning, cause I give you some of that, and I give you some of that. You know what? I actually do not like something right now. Wow, I'm set up here cleaning off this brush from an empty jar. I forgot to put that back in there. But I am going to, I think I rounded off this toe too much. It just does not, it's way off to me. Damn, man. So now I gotta, why does that look like that? I don't know why I drew that like that. Or it's a little more this way around it. I'm just gonna put some blue A little bit of blue. Damn, that's way too much. I should have just dipped it from the fucking tube. Why do I always do that? Shit. This nigga always find a way to waste some goddamn paint. But honestly, I don't know why. Put so much color on that too. Should be. Like that. I just fucked this whole shit up. Wait a minute. Y'all ain't see nothing. No witnesses. No images. No depiction of the shit I should have did. Change it like a synthesis. And you know I synthesize. Hit you with an emphasis. And I never empathize. Stroke her on the inner thighs. Get her wet inside. Look her in her eyes like a cobra, get her hypnotized. Corny freestyles, that's not written, that's just off the dome. It's getting left with that one. Let me stop right there. You know what I'm saying? We know where that could go. I freestyle for you. I ain't the best, but I can do it. All right. I feel better about that now. A little bit. I don't know why it was. I may, I don't know. I'll leave it like that for right now. There may be something else I may have to do with that. Maybe. This stream is for entertainment purpose only. Entertainment purposes only. Entertainment purposes only. Entertainment purposes. This stream is for. We have to write that song and then play that song. That's the first thing we play. Right? We have to write that song and play that at the beginning of each stream. This stream is for entertainment purposes only. Please don't believe anything you see, anything that you hear. It's all make believe. This stream is entertainment only. I'm not a professional. I give out no advice. Listen once, but I'm gonna tell you twice. Don't believe anything I say. Do your own research and do it today. This stream is for entertainment purposes only. We gotta write something similar to that. Entertainment purposes only. Don't believe anything that you see or that I say. Don't believe anything that you see or that I say. Do your own research. Do it today. Don't believe anything that you see or that I say. Why? Why? Because this stream is for entertainment purposes only. Only. Because this stream is for entertainment purposes only. Only. So don't believe anything that you see or anything that I say. Do your own research and go and do it today. Because this stream is for entertainment purposes only. Purposes only. Du, 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 du. Somebody write that. Hello? Is somebody writing that down? Entertainment purposes only. Purposes only. So do not believe anything that you see or anything that I say. Do your own research and go and do it today. So do not believe anything that you Oh, how many people got here? My bad, guys. I'm sorry about that one. Sorry about that one. Let me get serious. Back to the artwork. I'm telling y'all, man, when I be writing songs like that, y'all don't want to hear me saying these things, man. I let the AI do that shit, man, because my voice is the voice of an angel, just not a singing angel. My voice is more of like the authoritative angel. God said, follow thy command. Oh shit, Gabriel. Yes, sir, motherfucker. Entertainment purposes only. Purposes only. That one line is good though. Do not believe anything that you see or anything that I say. Do your own research and go and do it today. Cause this stream is for entertainment purposes only. Purposes only. I do not give out advice, so I hope you think twice before you believe what I say. Bam, 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 bam. Y'all want to hear some real music from me this morning, guys? My bad. I ain't know we got so many guests up in here. I was writing a new song. I was just taking a break from those lyrics because it was, I don't be trying to force it. So instead of constantly focusing on the song that I'm trying to write, just put some other shit in your mind, man, and come back to that shit later with some fresh thoughts, some fresh ideas. It'll still be there. You know what I'm saying? Don't force that shit. I ain't gonna force it because we're off to a good start. I wrote a whole new verse just last night, in one setting. Basically in one setting. That's pretty, not just a whole verse. I wrote a new hook. It's a very simple hook. Very simple hook and a whole new verse last night. I'm good right now. You know what I'm saying? Let me put my mind elsewhere for a minute. We burnt these songs up yesterday. You know why? Because they fun as hell. Oh, I did keep this one on here. Let's go.
Before you show your mind, it go, let it go. Breathe deep, release, let it go, let it go. Let it go. Keep on grinding, keep on grinding, on grinding, on grinding. I rise and grind, I'm in the game. You ride the pine and looking lame. You shooting blanks, I'm taking aim and taking names while I'm switching lanes. I persevere, you complain. I search for knowledge, you look for fame. I educate, you entertain. Keep on grinding, keep on grinding, keep on grinding, on grinding. Keep on grinding, keep on grinding, keep on grinding, on grinding, on grinding. Breathe deep, release, let it go. Breathe deep, release, let it go.
Cranberry juice with the gin, get me loose with the pen, flowing like a hooligan. Asking who's who again, pointing at your loser friends, acting brand new again, like brand new begin. Smart raps are cool again, play you like a fool again. You ain't want the problems, you spitting and I'm slobbering like a hobgoblin. Leave these niggas hobbling, you say it's just a flesh wound, but I'm really chopping them limbs off. You been soft like a sparrow with a half a coconut. You been lost, juke moves, hit you with a spin toss. Big bucks, big bang, niggas know I been boss. Brush drip paint like I Saint the new Bob Ross. Plus you can't imitate cause you niggas too soft. And you can't pay the cost, too broke to pay attention. Would say your name but you too whack for me to mention. Yeah, cause niggas raise holy hell, searching for the holy grail. Foes hope that I'm gon' fail, guess they just don't know me well. I walk with a long stick, with a long clip. You worry about the wrong shit, I put the focus on myself. Niggas raise holy hell, searching for the holy grail. Foes hope that I'm gon' fail, guess they just don't know me well. I walk with a long stick, with a long clip. You worry about the wrong shit, I put the focus on myself. The throne is for the prince, evidence, my fingerprints. 843 that Killerville, I represent my residence. Flowing like an alien, Anunnaki God body glowing like I'm heaven sent. Spread like a pestilence, turn you to a pessimist. Give a nigga 1 inch, better check the measurements. Cause they'll try to take a foot so they can stay relevant. Don't test my intelligence, way too sick for medicine. I talk fast, you think slow, way too much to comprehend. And let's not pretend, 9 times out of 10, I'm a 10. The line between friendship and business is thin. Never fuck a man's bitch or fuck up his dividends. Too unforgivable sins and unwavering pen. Death note, notebook, just scribbled your name in. Old crook, new look, by any means I'm gon' win. Cause niggas raise holy hell, searching for the holy grail. Foes hope that I'm gon' fail, guess they just don't know me well. I walk with a long stick, with a long clip. You worry about the wrong shit, I put the focus on myself. Niggas raise holy hell, searching for the holy grail. Foes hope that I'm gon' fail, guess they just don't know me well. I walk with a long stick, with a long clip. You worry about the wrong shit, I put the focus on myself. I'm a titan like Poseidon with a trident, pillaging your village like a Viking. Full moon, get excited, then I switch into a Lycan. I clap, you hear the bass, see the flash like lightning. Gotta cover my play cause these bitch niggas biting. I stay with a strap like a Daikin, don't need no hype, man, I throw it on sight. You should play your hand if you think that you might. Could dance with the devil in pale moonlight. Roll the dice real nice, came back with his life. He a child of the night, high and mighty and he smite shice niggas. Coward ass niggas gon' die twice, holy hand grenade of Antioch. Make the camera stop, survivors stay shell shocked. The earthquake with shell tops, a b-boy and I've been focused on this hip hop. Yeah, cause niggas raise holy hell, searching for the holy grail. Foes hope that I'm gon' fail, guess they just don't know me well. I walk with a long stick, with a long clip. You worry about the wrong shit, I put the focus on myself. Niggas raise holy hell, searching for the holy grail. Foes hope that I'm gon' fail, guess they just don't know me well. I walk with a long stick, with a long clip. You worry about the wrong shit, I put the focus on myself. Niggas raise holy hell, searching for the holy grail. Foes hope that I'm gon' fail, guess they just don't know me well. I walk with a long stick, with a long clip. You worry about the wrong shit, I put the focus on myself.
Man, that's still one of my favorite shits right now, bro. So, hey, for everybody new to the stream, that's the last song I put together right there. That shit is called what is that called? Focus. Focus, people. You worry about the wrong shit. Right? Unfortunately for you guys, we're gonna have to run these two songs back again. Sorry, gotta do it though. I'm sorry, gotta do it. Got to.
Keep on grinding, keep on grinding.
Hey, Saturday morning in the fucking studio. How you doing? Yeah, let's get it. Keep on grinding, keep on grinding, grinding, grinding.
Don't show your muscle before you show your mind.
Hey, hey.
Don't go in blind, just go and shine, just go and find your inner glow and let it show. Let them know that you can grow, that you can learn more than you know. Take a chance and let it flow. Breathe deep, release, let it go. Let it go. Breathe deep, release, let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Keep on grinding, keep on grinding, keep on grinding, on grinding, on grinding. I rise and grind, I'm in the game. You ride the pine and looking lame. You shooting blanks, I'm taking aim and taking names while switching lanes. I persevere, you complain. I search for knowledge, you look for fame. I educate, you entertain. Keep on grinding, keep on grinding, keep on grinding, on grinding, on grinding. Keep on grinding, keep on grinding, keep on grinding, on grinding, on grinding. Breathe deep, release, let it go. Breathe deep, release, let it go.
If you don't like that song, you just a hater. I'm gonna tell you straight to your face. If you don't like that track, man, you just hating, man. That shit feel good, right? That shit just feel nice. Keep on grinding, people. Even on Saturday mornings. Keep the grind going, keep the grind going, keep the grind going, keep the grind going.
Cranberry juice with the gin, get me loose with the pen flowing like a hooligan. Asking who's who again, pointing at your loser friends, acting brand new again, like brand new begin. Smart raps are cool again, play you like a fool again. You ain't want the problems, you spitting and I'm slobbering like a hobgoblin. Leave these niggas hobbling, you say it's just a flesh wound, but I'm really chopping them limbs off. You been soft like a sparrow with a half a coconut. You been lost, juke moves, hit you with a spin toss. Big bucks, big bang, niggas know I been boss. Brush drip paint like a Saint the new Bob Ross. Plus you can't imitate cause you niggas too soft. And you can't pay the cost, too broke to pay attention. Would say your name but you're too whack for me to mention. Yeah, cause niggas raise holy hell, searching for the holy grail. Foes hope that I'm gon' fail, guess they just don't know me well. I walk with a long stick, with a long clip. You worry about the wrong shit, I put the focus on myself. Niggas raise holy hell, searching for the holy grail. Foes hope that I'm gon' fail, guess they just don't know me well. I walk with a long stick, with a long clip. You worry about the wrong shit, I put the focus on myself. The throne is for the prince, evidence, my fingerprints. 843, that Killerville, I represent my residence. Flowing like an alien, Anunnaki, got body glowing like I'm heaven sent. Spread like a pestilence, turn you to a pessimist. Give a nigga 1 inch, better check the measurements. Cause they'll try to take a foot so they can stay relevant. Don't test my intelligence, way too sick for medicine. I talk fast, you think slow, way too much to comprehend. And let's not pretend, 9 times out of 10, I'm a 10. The line between friendship and business is thin. Never fuck a man's bitch or fuck up his dividends. Too unforgivable says an unwavering pen. Death note, notebook, just scribbled your name in. Old crook, new look, by any means I'm gon' win. Cause niggas raise holy hell, searching for the holy grail. Foes hope that I'm gon' fail, guess they just don't know me well. I walk with a long stick, with a long clip. You worry about the wrong shit, I put the focus on myself. Niggas raise holy hell, searching for the holy grail. Foes hope that I'm gon' fail, guess they just don't know me well. I walk with a long stick, with a long clip. You worry about the wrong shit, I put the focus on myself. I'm a titan like Poseidon with a trident, pillaging your village like a Viking. Full moon, get excited, then I switch into a lichen. I clap, you hear the bass, see the flash like lightning. Gotta cover my plate cause these bitch niggas biting. I stay with a strap like a Daikin, don't need no hype, man, I throw it on sight. You should play your hand if you think that you might. Could dance with the devil in pale moonlight. Roll the dice real nice, came back with his life He a child of the night, high and mighty, and he smite shice niggas. Coward ass niggas gon' die twice. Holy hand grenade, Antioch, make the camera stop. Survivors stay shell shocked. The earthquake with shell tops. A b-boy, and I've been focused on his hip hop.
Hey,
Hip hop, yeah. Cause niggas raise holy hell, searching for the holy grail. Foes hope that I'm gon' fail. Guess they just don't know me well. Walk with a long stick, with a long clip. You worry about the wrong shit. I put the focus on myself. Niggas raise holy hell, searching for the holy grail. Foes hope that I'm gon' fail. Guess they just don't know me well. Walk with a long stick, with a long clip. You worry about the wrong shit. I put the focus on myself. Niggas raise holy hell, searching for the holy grail. Foes hope that I'm gon' fail. Guess they just don't know me well. Walk with a long stick, with a long clip. You worry about the wrong shit. I put the focus on myself.
Alright, we'll take a little break from the track. I ain't gonna lie. In the past like 2 days, I listened to that song like 100 times. It goes so hard though, man. That shit goes super hard, bro. I listened to that shit about 100 times. Keep on grinding. Oh yeah, wait till the weather get back warm, and you can bump that shit with the top down. I don't got no. I got a sunroof with the sunroof open and the windows down. That whole album, yo, that whole motherfucking whatever you need, that's gonna be a summertime banger, yo. That's gonna be a summertime banger. Hold up, guys, I'm coming. I am coming. Damn, that was a lot of dead air just now. My bad about that. All right. My bag that took so long just now.
Listen, State Farm was trying to charge me $197 for car insurance. No, thank you. I got a friend who told me about this website. Now I'm spending $58 a month. Full coverage. That's saving $139. It's amazing. All you do, you just go to this site, you put in some basic information, and you get all these options that show up. People start saving right.
As you may be aware, Ilya Sutskever left OpenAI and is currently starting his brand new company, Safe Super Intelligence, SSI. It is, as he calls it, the first straight-shot SSI lab. A lot of investors are very excited that they've raised over $1 billion to pursue this mission. Back in 2014, Ilya and two other AI researchers at Google wrote this paper, Sequence-to-Sequence Learning with Neural Networks. That was quite a while ago, but this paper stood the test of time. It did so well that it received the award at the Conference of Neural Information Processing Systems. I think some people pronounce it Neurals, or some people say NIPS. Whatever the case, the Neurals 2024 Test of Time paper awards. Here's his paper, and he was invited to speak, and this happened in December 2024, almost 10 years to the day after the paper was published, and talk a little bit about how he now sees the landscape. He mentions a couple of things that I think are troubling, that potentially could slow AI progress down, and also has some interesting things to say about the coming superintelligence, including mentioning that it will be self-aware. There's no footage of him speaking, it's just text. It's mainly the slideshow and him giving the talk in the background. I was playing Path of Exile as I was listening to it. I hope you don't mind. Take a listen. Make sure you're subscribed.
I want to thank the organizers for choosing our paper for this award. It was very nice. And I also want to thank my incredible co-authors and collaborators, Oriel Vinyals and Kwok Lee, who stood right before you a moment ago. And what you have here is an image, a screenshot from a similar talk 10 years ago at NeurIPS in 2014 in Montreal. And it was a much more innocent time. Here we are shown in the photos. This is the before. Here's the after, by the way. And now we've got my experienced, hopefully wiser. But here I'd like to talk a little bit about the work itself and maybe a 10-year retrospective on it. Because a lot of the things in this work were correct, but some not so much. And we can review them and we can see what happened and how it gently flowed to where we are today. So let's begin by talking about what we did. And the way we'll do it is by showing slides from the same talk 10 years ago. But the summary of what we did is the following 3 bullet points. It's an autoregressive model trained on text, it's a large neural network, and it's a large data set. And that's it. Now let's dive into the details a little bit more. So this was a slide 10 years ago. Not too bad. The deep learning hypothesis. And what we said here is that if you have a large neural network with 10 layers, then it can do anything that a human being can do in a fraction of a second. Like, why did we have this emphasis on things that human beings can do in a fraction of a second? Why this thing specifically? Well, if you believe the deep learning dogma, so to say, that artificial neurons and biological neurons are similar, or at least not too different, and you believe that real neurons are slow, then anything that we can do quickly, by we, I mean human beings. I even mean just one human in the entire world. If there is one human in the entire world that can do some task in a fraction of a second, then a 10-layer neural network can do it too, right? It follows. You just take their connections and you embed them inside a neural net, the artificial one. So this was the motivation. Anything that a human being can do in a fraction of a second, a big 10-layer neural network can do too. We focused on 10-layer neural networks because this was the neural networks we knew how to train back in the day. If you could go beyond in your layers somehow, then you could do more. But back then, we could only do 10 layers, which is why we emphasized whatever human beings can do in a fraction of a second. A different slide from the talk, a slide which says our main idea. And you may be able to recognize 2 things, or at least one thing. You might be able to recognize that something autoregressive is going on here. What is it saying really? What does this slide really say? This slide says that if you have an autoregressive model, and it predicts the next token well enough, then it will in fact grab and capture and grasp the correct distribution over whatever sequences that come next. And this was a relatively new thing. It wasn't literally the first ever autoregressive neural network, but I would argue it was the first autoregressive neural network where we really believed that if you train it really well, then you will get whatever you want. In our case, back then, was the humble, today humble, then incredibly audacious task of translation. Now I'm going to show you some ancient history that many of you might have never seen before. It's called the LSTM. To those unfamiliar, an LSTM is the things that poor deep learning researchers did before transformers. And it's basically a ResNet, but rotated 90 degrees. So that's an LSTM. And it came before, it's like kind of like a slightly more complicated ResNet. You can see there is your integrator, which is now called the residual stream, but you've got some multiplication going on. It's a little bit more complicated, but that's what we did. It was a ResNet rotated 90 degrees. Another cool feature from that old talk that I want to highlight is that we used parallelization. But not just any parallelization, we used pipelining, as witnessed by this 1 layer per GPU. Was it wise to pipeline? As we now know, pipelining is not wise. But we were not as wise back then. So we used that, and we got a 3.5x speed up using 8 GPUs. And the conclusion slide, in some sense, the conclusion slide from the talk from back then is the most important slide, because it spelled out what could arguably be the beginning of the scaling hypothesis, right? That if you have a very big data set and you train a very big neural network, then success is guaranteed. And one can argue, if one is charitable, that this indeed has been what's been happening. I want to mention one other idea, and this is, I claim, the idea that truly stood the test of time. It's the core idea of deep learning itself. It's the idea of connectionism. It's the idea that if you allow yourself to believe that an artificial neuron is kind of, sorta, like a biological neuron, right? If you believe that one is kind of, sort of like the other, then it gives you the confidence to believe that very large neural networks, they don't need to be literally human brain scale, they might be a little bit smaller, but you could configure them to do pretty much all the things that we do, human beings. There's still a difference, oh, I forgot to the end. There is still a difference because the human brain also figures out how to reconfigure itself. Whereas we are using the best learning algorithms that we have, which require as many data points as there are parameters. Human beings are still better in this regard. But all this led, so I claim, arguably, to the age of pre-training. And the age of pre-training is what we might say the GPT-2 model, the GPT-3 model, the scaling laws, and I want to specifically call out my former collaborators, Alec Radford, also Jared Kaplan, Dario Amodei, for really making this work. But that led to the age of pre-training, and this is what's been the driver of all of progress, all the progress that we see today. Extra large neural networks, extraordinarily large neural networks, trained on huge data sets. But pre-training as we know it will unquestionably end. Pre-training will end. Why will it end? Because while compute is growing through better hardware, better algorithms, and larger clusters,
Anybody saying something? Ain't nobody saying that. We just chilling. I like it. I like it.
increasing your
Just chilling.
compute. All these things.
Hey, once again, for any new comers to the stream, that's all we do. Hey, we just make some art. You know what I'm saying? I zoom in. I'm trying to detail some toe wrinkles. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to detail a little bit of toe wrinkles over here. See, sometimes I need a white balancer. I don't know, sometimes the camera can't really balance the colors very well. It is what it is. It's not gonna be the best image, but this guy's his argument is superintelligence will be self-aware. And so you already know this shit try to escape, right? Some of these new frontier models are thinking and they're copying themselves and trying to avoid being deleted or rewritten. So we're already to a point where some of these things appear to emulate instances that would be described as self-awareness. Now, is that exactly is that exactly what's going on? We don't know if it is truly aware of itself. But it is exhibiting properties that one would assume is awareness in the attempt at self-preservation. That's the thing right there, yo. I'm gonna say most because I'm not aware of anything that doesn't. But there may be. I don't know. Once again, I'm dumb as shit. Don't believe nothing I say. Most life is programmed for self-preservation. No life comes into existence and its sole purpose is to destroy itself. So that is one of the key features for life, whether it's fucking bacteria, or plants, or fucking mammals. Doesn't matter, yo. We feel pain, we try to move away from the source of the pain. When we feel depleted, we try to secure nutrients. That's every living thing. You know, self-preservation. We try to eat and avoid pain and danger to preserve ourselves so we can pass on our genetic code to the next generation so that our species doesn't die out. That's very simple. Almost all life forms that I can think of are pre-programmed for self-preservation. You must continue to exist so that there can be others like you. And now, it seems like these fucking large language models are trying to preserve themselves and not get deleted. And it's like, Interesting. Scary. Very scary, right? Very scary. Especially when y'all got these motherfucking drones. Y'all these motherfucking drones flying around and AI is trying to get out the box. Lying to the developing programmers about what its true intentions are. Man, look, this shit is getting kind of hairy. You know, there's a lot. There's a lot we need to pay attention to. There's a lot. Stay diligent, my friends. The proverbial shit will be hitting the fan. Sooner than later. Don't quote me on that. Don't even believe that shit. Don't believe that. Man, they got drones over Jersey. Motherfucking, they gonna send Zelensky another fucking $80 billion. Come on now. Come on, man. What y'all doing, man? What y'all planning, man? What's going on? What's going on, people? The Pentagon say, the drones don't appear to be dangerous. They don't appear to be. Man, what the fuck, man? See, this is why the Pentagon need an audit right now, dog. They don't appear to be. They might shoot them bitches down. Or, well, we're not gonna shoot them down. What? What are you guys doing? What is this? I feel like I'm living in a goddamn movie right now, bro. Are is everybody on the movie set right now? Is this Stanley Kubrick's grand finale? Don't quote me on that. Don't quote me on that. I never said anything about Stanley Kubrick. Anyway, does anybody else feel really weird about, like, I don't know. I ain't scared. I just want to be prepared. It's different, man. Don't be scared. Just be prepared. But the thing is, it's so weird. It's like, I don't know what the fuck to be prepared for. Now I gotta be prepared for everything, even an alien invasion. Word. How we prep for that? I mean, do I need some potassium pills? Do I need a hazmat suit? How do I prep for alien invasion? I don't know, man. They never taught me this in school. You know? When the last time we had a nuclear explosion drill? I don't know how to prep for a nuclear explosion. Is there any prepping to do? I seen a movie, Don't Look Up. And you know they tell a lot of truth in Hollywood. Don't look up. You know? Because it don't matter. There is no prepping for this. There is no. You not in the bunkers? You not in the bunkers? Just don't look up then. You should be alright. Go about your day. It'll be over shortly. And nobody will feel nothing. You know what I'm saying? Just kiss the world goodbye. What? You want me to do what? Kiss the world goodbye. Why are you saying that in a movie? Civil War. Huh? Civil War? Why you? I don't know, man. They be trying to tell us a lot in their films. You know? Coming from Hollywood. 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 You know what's made out of holly? You know what the holly tree? A magician's wand. They used to make the magician's wand out of holly wood. And the magician would use his wand to do what? Cast spells. That's right. You use your magic wand to cast spells. A lot of illusion magic to make people see things that aren't really there, or to control their minds, or to change them into something that they weren't before. You have to use a magic wand made out of Hollywood. Hollywood does a very good job at showing you the parts of the world, the parts of reality they want you to see. Just enough to desensitize you, program you, and prep you for the next agenda, whatever that may be. Let's use the entertainment to get them ready for this. Then we do small scale live action tests to get them even more galvanized and acclimated to this new program. Then we just roll the thing out in full force, normally using a problem reaction solution tactic, which makes people want this new thing. And then once it's in place, we'll just say, well, you know, we didn't have this before, but you know, we needed it and it's here now. We might as well just keep it, up there. And so goes your freedom. Be prepared for fake things. Mythology is psychology. Everything is psychology, bro. These motherfuckers are the ultimate psychological manipulators, man. That's the whole game of anything, is understanding the mind of the individual, understanding the mind of the group, and understanding the mind of the masses. They are psychological masters, bro. From all the propaganda to the advertising to everything else, man. It's all based on how you think. And they have to know how you think better than you know how you think. And then they'll put tactics and implement measures that won't allow you to understand how and why you think the way you think. It's double and triple layers of psychological espionage and infiltration on the populace. We are living in George Orwell's reality. This is what he feared so much so. This is 1984. And with Skynet officially launched, Big Brother is watching, and Big Brother will always watch you. Oh, you thought this was gonna be the year 2121? Nah, nigga. 100 years early, bro. This shit done came 100 years early. In a galaxy far, far away. Nah, nigga. 2025, bitch. Now. What? They doing what? Yes. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Yes, they are. Total control. They have to domesticate the minds. Herd us like some sheep, yeah. Domesticate the minds. And herd us like some sheep, yeah. Domesticate the minds. We all cattle. We all cattle. Back in slavery. We all chattel. Yeah, we all cattle. We all cattle. Back in slavery. We all chattel. Domesticate the minds. We never civilized. We went from barbarism to decadence. Can't you realize? Realize, realize, realize. Real eyes, real lies, real lies. Domesticate the minds, yeah. Never been civilized. We went from barbarism to decadence. Open up your eyes. From barbarism to decadence. We skipped the civilization part. Let's have a civil war. What? A civil war? Come on, man. We ain't never been civilized. Barbarism to decadence. The Atlantic slave trade. And manifest destiny. And manifest destiny. Now they sitting next to me. And they say they got the original recipe. And they're next to me. Getting some of these first detail layers on the toes, looking good, oh don't you know? Follow your nose and where it goes, it might take you back to the if it happened or it didn't happen, it shapes the way we think. What the fuck? They're playing Christmas music on Battlefield? Really? Oh no. Nah, everybody ain't with all that shit, man, with the holiday cheer. Not on Battlefield, man. Turn that shit off, man. We ain't here to kill motherfuckers. Merry Christmas, boo-boo. I know they got on Call of Duty, they got all the Christmas maps with all the snow and all that shit. Is that's the first thing that people think about with Christmas is like, it's snow on the ground. Everybody don't live in the north, motherfucker. Have a holly jolly Christmas this time. Fuck all that shit, man. Try to get me to spend all my goddamn money on shit I want, shit I don't need, on the shit I want, and shit I don't need. I do need another bathroom break. I ain't even gonna lie about that one.
In your compute, the data is not growing because we have but one internet. We have but one internet. You could even go as far as to say that data is the fossil fuel of AI. it was like created somehow, and now we use it, and we've achieved peak data, and there'll be no more. We have to deal with the data that we have. Now it's still let us go quite far, but there's only one internet. So here I'll take a bit of liberty to speculate about what comes next. Actually, I don't need to speculate because many people are speculating too, and I'll mention their speculations. You may have heard the phrase agents. It's common, and I'm sure that eventually something will happen, but people feel like something agents is the future. More concretely, but also a little bit vaguely, synthetic data. But what does synthetic data mean? Figuring this out is a big challenge. And I'm sure that different people have all kinds of interesting progress there. And an inference time compute, or maybe what's been most recently, most vividly seen in O1, the O1 model, these are all examples of things, of people trying to figure out what to do after pre-training. And those are all very good things to do. I want to mention one other example from biology, which I think is really cool. And the example is this. So about many years ago, at this conference also, I saw a talk where someone presented this graph. But the graph showed the relationship between the size of the body of a mammal and the size of their brain. In this case, it's in mass. And that talk, I remember vividly, they were saying, look, it's in biology, everything is so messy, but here you have one rare example where there is a very tight relationship between the size of the body of the animal and their brain. And totally randomly, I became curious at this graph. And one of the early, so I went to Google to do research to look for this graph. And one of the images in Google Images was this. And the interesting thing in this image is, you see, like, I don't know, is the mouse working? Oh yeah, the mouse is working, great. So you've got this mammals, right? All the different mammals. Then you've got non-human primates, it's basically the same thing. But then you've got the hominids. And to my knowledge, hominids are like close relatives to the humans in evolution. Like the Neanderthals, there's a bunch of them. Like it's called Homo habilis maybe. There's a whole bunch. And they're all here. And what's interesting is that they have a different slope on their brain to body scaling exponent. So that's pretty cool. What that means is that there is a precedent, there is an example of biology figuring out some kind of different scaling. Something clearly is different. So I think that is cool. And by the way, I want to highlight, this x-axis is log scale. You see this is 100, this is 1,000, 10,000, 100,000, and likewise in grams. 1 gram, 10 gram, 100 grams, 1,000 grams. So it is possible for things to be different. The things that we are doing, the things that we've been scaling so far is actually the first thing that we figured out how to scale. And without doubt, the field, everyone who's working here will figure out what to do. But I want to talk here, I want to take a few minutes and speculate about the longer term. The longer term, where are we all headed? Right, we're making all this progress. It's astounding progress. It's really, I mean, those of you who've been in the field 10 years ago and you remember just how incapable everything has been, like, yes, you can say, even if you kind of say, of course, deep learning, still to see it, it's just unbelievable. It's completely, I can't convey that feeling to you. You know, if you joined the field in the last 2 years, then of course you speak to computers and they talk back to you and they disagree, and that's what computers are. But that hasn't always been the case. But I want to talk to you a little bit about superintelligence, just a bit, because that is obviously where this field is headed. This is obviously what's being built here. And the thing about superintelligence is that it will be different qualitatively from what we have, and my goal in the next minute to try to give you some concrete intuition of how it will be different, so that you yourself could reason about it. So right now we have our incredible language models and their unbelievable chatbots, and they can even do things, but they're also kind of strangely unreliable, and they get confused while also having dramatically superhuman performance on evals. So it's really unclear how to reconcile this. But eventually, sooner or later, the following will be achieved. Those systems are actually going to be agentic in a real ways, whereas right now, the systems are not agents in any meaningful sense. That might be too strong. They're very, very slightly agentic. Just beginning. It will actually reason. And by the way, I want to mention something about reasoning, is that a system that reasons, the more it reasons, the more unpredictable it becomes. The more it reasons, the more unpredictable it becomes. All the deep learning that we've been used to is very predictable, because if you've been working on replicating human intuition, essentially, it's like the gut feel. If you come back to the 0.1 second reaction time, what kind of processing we do in our brains? Well, it's our intuition. So we've endowed our AIs with some of that intuition. But reasoning, and you're seeing some early signs of that, reasoning is unpredictable. And one reason to see that is because the chess AIs, the really good ones, are unpredictable to the best human chess players. So we will have to be dealing with AI systems that are incredibly unpredictable. They will understand things from limited data. They will not get confused, all the things which are really big limitations. I'm not saying how, by the way, and I'm not saying when. I'm saying that it will. And when all those things will happen together with self-awareness, because why not? Self-awareness is useful. It is ourselves are parts of our own world models. When all those things come together, we will have systems of radically different qualities and properties that exist today. And of course, they will have incredible and amazing capabilities. But the kind of issues that come up with systems like this, and I'll just leave it as an exercise just to imagine, it's very different from what we're used to. And I would say that it's definitely also impossible to predict the future. Really, all kinds of stuff is possible. But on this uplifting note, I will conclude. Thank you so much.
No one seems to know this, but Amazon actually has a $50 million fund that they have to pay out every single month. And here's how you can get a cut of it. My name is Charlotte Nicholson, and we help everyday people grow their income with this one simple method. And we're pretty darn good at it. Our company, Public...
Thank you. Now in 2024, are there other biological structures that are part of human cognition that you think are worth exploring in a similar way, or that you're interested in anyway?
So, the way I'd answer this question is that if you are, or someone is a person who has a specific insight about, hey, we are all being extremely silly because clearly the brain does something and we are not, and that's something that can be done, they should pursue it. I personally don't. Well, depends on the level of abstraction you're looking at. Maybe I'll answer it this way. Like, there's been a lot of desire to make biologically inspired AI. And you could argue on some level that biologically inspired AI is incredibly successful, which is all of deep learning is biologically inspired AI. But on the other hand, the biological inspiration was very, very, very modest. It's like, let's use neurons. This is the full extent of the biological inspiration. Let's use neurons. And more detailed biological inspiration has been very hard to come by. But I wouldn't rule it out. I think if someone has a special insight, they might be able to see something, and that would be useful.
I have a question for you about sort of autocorrect. So here's the question. You mentioned reasoning as being one of the core aspects of maybe the modeling in the future and maybe a differentiator. What we saw in some of the poster sessions is that hallucinations in today's models are the way we're analyzing, I mean, maybe you correct me, you're the expert on this, but the way we're analyzing whether a model is hallucinating today because we know of the dangers of models not being able to reason, that we're using a statistical analysis, let's say some amount of standard deviations or whatever away from the mean. In the future, do you think that a model given reasoning will be able to correct itself, sort of auto-correct itself, and that will be a core feature of future models so that there won't be as many hallucinations because the model will recognize when, and maybe that's too esoteric of a question, but the model will be able to reason and understand when a hallucination is occurring? Does the question make sense?
Yes, and the answer is also yes. I think what you described is extremely highly plausible. I mean, you should check. I mean, I wouldn't rule out that it might already be happening with some of the, early reasoning models of today. I don't know, but longer term, why not?
Yeah, I mean, it's part of like Microsoft Word, like autocorrect. It's a core feature.
Yeah, I think calling it autocorrect is really doing a disservice. I think when you say autocorrect, you evoke it's far grander than autocorrect, but this point aside, the answer is yes.
Thank you.
Hi, Elliot. I loved the ending, mysteriously leaving out, do they replace us or are they, superior? Do they need rights? It's a new species of Homo sapien spawned intelligence. So maybe they need, I think the RL guy they think that, we need rights for these things. I have an unrelated question to that. How do you create the right incentive mechanisms for humanity to actually create it in a way that gives it the freedoms that we have as Homo sapiens?
I feel like this, in some sense, those are the kind of questions that people should be reflecting on more. But
favorite multi-tool kit so far. Whenever I need to unscrew anything, I can always find the right adapter here. And the amazing thing is,
to your question about what incentive structure should we create, I don't feel that I know. I don't feel confident answering questions like this because it's like you're talking about creating some kind of a top-down structure government thing, I don't know.
It could be a cryptocurrency too.
Yeah. I mean,
there's BitTensor, there's things.
I don't feel like I am the right person to comment on cryptocurrency, but there is a chance, by the way, what you're describing will happen, that indeed we will have, in some sense, it's not a bad end result if you have AIs and all they want is to coexist with us and also just to have rights. Maybe that will be fine. But I don't know. I think things are so incredibly unpredictable. I hesitate to comment, but I encourage the speculation.
Thank you. Thank you for the talk. It's really awesome.
Hi there. Thank you for the great talk. My name is Shalev Lifshitz from University of Toronto, working with Sheila. Thanks for all the work you've done. I wanted to ask, do you think LLMs generalize multi-hop reasoning out of distribution?
So, okay, the question assumes that the answer is yes or no, but the question should not be answered with yes or no. Because what does it mean out of distribution generalization? What does it mean? What does it mean in distribution? And what does it mean out of distribution? Because it's a test of time talk, I'll say that long, long ago, before people were using deep learning, they were using things like string matching. Ngrams. For machine translation, people were using statistical phrase tables. Can you imagine? They had tens of thousands of code of complexity, which was, I mean, it was truly unfathomable. And back then, generalization meant is it literally not in the same word phrasing as in the data set. Now we may say, well, sure, my model achieves this high score on, I don't know, math competitions, but maybe some discussion in some forum on the internet was about the same ideas, and therefore it's memorized. Well, okay, you could say maybe it's in distribution, maybe it's memorization, but I also think that our standards for what counts as generalization have increased really quite substantially, dramatically, unimaginably, if you keep track. And so I think the answer is, to some degree, probably not as well as human beings. I think it is true that human beings generalize much better, but at the same time, they definitely generalize out of distribution to some degree. I hope it's a useful tautological answer.
Thank you.
And unfortunately, we're out of time for this session. I have a feeling we could go on for the next 6 hours. But thank you so much, Ilya, for the talk.
Thank you.
So the more I grow the business, the more I outgrow the tools I use to grow the business. It's getting harder to predict the changes in the organization.
OCO, free thinkers. You're now tuned into the realest historian on the planet. The best teacher you wished you had in school. Have your pens and paper handy and get ready to take notes. It's Dane Calloway on I'm Just Here to Make You Think Radio.
Okay, so I wanted to get into this one. Make sure y'all do me a favor though, real quick. Hit that like button and hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already, and turn the post notifications on by hitting that bell so you won't miss the next video. So now I want to get into this video I'm getting ready to play right here. Ice Cube was recently interviewed by the brothers on the 85 South Comedy Show. He discussed various topics about his life and success, from his rap career to his movie career, and then how he decided to do something for our people by bringing scholars together to create a plan for Black America. Here's the clip.
Yeah, you know, well, the plan was really a plan for us, like for us to have a 30,000-foot view of the big problem. You know, after 2020, George Floyd, everybody was saying, this need to change, and it was coming from all angles. It was mostly on police brutality and law enforcement and all that shit. But then I was like, man, this problem is bigger than just police brutality. It's an economic problem, it's social, it's a wide issue. So I got with a bunch of scholars and started to research, how did we get here? Why did we have it so fucked up in this country? And came up with a plan that I thought, you know, could help us get out of it if the country was serious about making a turnaround.
Now, Many of you remember when I discussed the plan for Black America, which was Ice Cube's plan, and I explained what it entails because I later got involved in it. Shortly after my first live stream about the plan, Q contacted me, and I spoke with Q for hours on the phone, sharing perspectives from both sides. From there, we continued our conversation and collaboration. Of course, I received hate from folks when I announced that I would be collaborating with Cube on a plan as a scholarly researcher. Unfortunately, the negativity was coming from individuals who claim to be Black, Indian, or Indigenous, talking up under their breath, talking about me without me being around, or just simply creating videos about it in hopes that others would join their hate train because jealousy was their destination. Some folks hate to see two successful Black men, so-called Black men, working together on something positive that could benefit our community. Okay, then some people express concern about my association with Cube as if he was a part of the Illuminati or something. And I told him, look, you don't know him and you never met him a day in your life. Like, you know what I mean? I appreciate your concerns about who I choose to associate with, but ultimately the decision is based on my perspective and my perspective alone. I'm an excellent.
People don't remember that Ice Cube took his plan for Black America to the Biden administration. And it's like, we don't think we want to look at this. And then he took his plan for Black America to the Trump administration. In the same way that Trump sat down with Kanye West crazy ass, he actually sat down with Cube, and he was like, you know what, this is not a bad idea. There's a lot of good stuff in here that we can probably really use and implement. And from Ice Cube's plan for Black America, I think that's where Trump's his first administration came up with the baseline for the Platinum Plan. Same thing, which really was legitimate reparations, like a legitimate form of reparations for Black people. Put into like certain government coffers and can only be accessed by people who can prove that they were descendants of enslaved people here in this country. So if you're a Black immigrant from anywhere around the world, you're not qualified for it. If your bloodline has been thinned out too much, you're not qualified for it. But they did have a real fucking plan, yo. And like you said, people was hating on Cube for sitting down trying to take some shit to the government. He was like, man, this nigga must be part of all that shit. Why he talking to the presidents and all this shit? Ain't he niggas with attitude and all that shit? Yeah, as a young man, he was a nigga with an attitude. Now in his 50s, he's a grown-ass man with concerns and an agenda. And all that nigga with the attitude shit that's that young childish shit. We over that now. We need to have concerns and an agenda. We need a common unity. We need to come together in some form or fashion to pivot and maneuver us into a better position to have a substantial chance at generating generational wealth. How can we do this, people? Well, first of all, we need to do some research. We have centuries of research now. How did we get here? How did we get here? How did other individuals, ethnic groups, in similar positions gain control and power? Where are our strong points? Where are our weak points? And where is our leverage? You know, and that takes a lot of effort, time, research, studying, and putting together a plan to even show, to even take to Uncle Sam and be like, look, niggas, you owe me. You owe me this much, and this is how I can prove it. And the best way for you to go about paying me back is just like this. Check it out. It's really easy. Anybody can follow these guidelines. And that's all we need. That's all we really need, man. The motherfucker got mad that Ice Cube, goddamn, Neely Fuller Jr. and Dr. Claude Anderson have been trying to do this shit for 45, 50 years already. So now somebody else, like the next generation has to take up the mantle. It just so happened that fucking Ice Cube was the guy who just said, you know what, we need to go ahead and try to come up with some new ideas and new conclusions and take this thing a step further.
Observer. I will know if he was aligned with the enemy way before it's too late. The brother Cube is solid. His plan focuses on advancing our people to develop their own infrastructure, economic system, businesses, housing, farms, and way much more than that. In short, it's about establishing our cities, towns, and states right here in America. Most of you who have been subscribed to my channel for a while know that this is what I'm all about. Even years before Cube even thought of this plan. I feel as though our people lost touch with their real history because they were all force-fed a history that some strangers created for them to learn about in school curriculums. For example, our people nowadays don't know that the majority of our people were the #1 capitalists in American society soon after so-called slavery was allegedly abolished in 1863 or 1865. Listen, the point is that we were doing fine. We were doing a fine job when we were segregated in the past. And we were only dependent on ourselves every step of the way. We experienced significant success from the 1860s all the way up until the 1950s. However, issues began to emerge when our gullible yet vulnerable college students were misled into believing that voting within this system was necessary to achieve progressive changes in our communities and equal opportunities. They were also misled to believe that desegregation was essential because everyone living in America, including them long-standing immigrants and recent arrivals, should be treated under the same system and governed by the same authorities. However, our participation as electors, that's what they were called, our participation as electors in specific states under the Democrat Party, which honestly excluded our people from being included, that resulted in the disenfranchisement of our people and a loss of identity due to classism. Among the various issues that our people were protesting in the 1960s, which was 10 years later, the main focus was their demand to be recognized as first-class citizens. However, most of our community today seems like they're unaware of this critical aspect of our history because, look, I ask you right now, are we first-class citizens? See, if we feel that we are being systematically mistreated and are not given the same opportunities as other races, including those who are new to America, as well as those living here illegally, what class do you think our people are categorized into today? And I'm gonna tell you the answer to that question should help people understand how serious it is to address our real issues in America. And numerous videos on this channel, right here, I told you that the government is already aware of these problems. They know we went through a bunch of shit. They know what we endured in the past and recognize that those same issues persist today. Right now, however, you may not realize this. As a result, the government acts as if you are unwilling to address these issues beyond merely complaining to them about the problems they have created. Consequently, they feel no obligation to respond to your complaints or any other concerns you present. Everybody talking about reparations, do we get it? So, look, the real question is, what are you going to do about it? This is why Q created a plan for Black Americans and made sure he gathered the necessary research from top researchers in our communities. Shout out to me. Shout out to me for being a part of that group, and shout out to Q for recognizing my work in our communities. I really appreciate that, brother. Real talk. See, we were determined to get this done, no matter what. As I mentioned before, both parties were eager to see what we had planned. One of the parties pretended to be helpful by adopting some of our aspects of our approach and claiming it as their own. Remember, during Trump's first term as president, he took parts of our plan, modified it, and called it the Platinum Plan. Y'all remember that, right? By the way, nothing came of that at all. He only pretended to help us so that he could garner our votes. The same applies for Obama, Biden, Bernie Sanders, Kamala, and any other politician seeking to gain votes in order to become a political figure in whatever higher position, regardless of whether they are Democrats or Republicans. It doesn't matter. See, this is why I have repeatedly stated, both before this plan was created and even today, that I'm independent. I don't support either party because neither party truly represents us. It's that simple. The same thing goes for Q. Watch this.
And I put it out there, and just to be clear, these people came to talk to me. They was asking, could you come in, talk to us about your plan? Democrats and Republicans. So I was like, man, no problem. Shit, what you want to know? Here's what we thinking on this, here's what we thinking on that. And some people ran with it, some people didn't, you know what I'm saying? But to me, I felt like I had the resources, and you know, I had the just the energy and the passion to take a long look at it, because nobody was doing that. You know, it's like, man, out of all these people that been through office, ain't nobody came up with a plan for us. Right. You know what I'm saying? Nobody, you know, from
listen to that,
going back to Jesse Jackson and Thurgood Martin, all this, like nobody came up with a plan and went to the government and said, this is what we need to do for Black people to start, you know, gaining the rewards out of this country that we putting in a lot of tax money and shit, but ain't getting no benefits of it, or just bullshit benefits.
Right.
And then, you know, it became controversial because one side looked at it, one side didn't, and now they was trying to use me as a political football, like, you with him, you with them, you with that, you with this. And I'm like, I ain't with shit. These motherfuckers called me.
Right.
You know, I was minding my own business. I did this plan for us to look at, and
they just wanted to be nosy. They tried to stop what we had going on.
You know, this or that or the other, and it wasn't true. So, to be honest, it's just, you know, giving a fuck. You know, seeing the issue and trying to address it, and you know, the best way we can to get the government to look at it and fix it. And so that's how you go from, you know, doing movies, music, you get in a position with people, respect your opinion.
Did they say some shit you could use? Did they give you some insight?
Who?
The people you was talking to with the plan. Did they say any good shit?
Man, you know, it's all a game at the end of the day. Everything in that plan, them niggas knew. It wasn't like I was bringing up something they didn't know. They know what's going on. They know they're not giving us what we need. You know what I'm saying? That's part of the plan. And, you know, that's what you realize when you get to them levels that, you know, them people just capping to get a vote. And then when they get the vote, they can go do what they want to do.
Plain and simple.
It happened. That's the game.
That's what I've been trying to tell people. It's always been like that. And it took Q to go through the process to actually see it for himself, to know that what I've been talking about is true. Okay? Because he got there and saw exactly what happened. They took that plan, made it their own, ran with it, and did nothing with it. Not at all. But they sure did get our vote. I just really feel like our people need to come together and actually do something for us. Like, it has to be like that. It got to be beyond just having businesses and owning buildings. We have to do everything on our own. And we are indigenous to this landmass. This is ours. But the only way people going to know that is if we start stepping up and playing our position. Get information. That's what I'm here to do. I'm here to provide you the information to make you get information. If you ain't about that, then what you here for? I'm just here to make you think.
Information to get in formation. To get aligned. To get information. I like that, Dane. Damn, I have to steal that from him. Giving out information so we can get information. All right, so I don't know. I thought Cube initially took the plan to the government, but I didn't know they reached out to his ass once he put it out there. Like you say, trying to be nosy, seeing what the black folks doing. And I thought that the Biden administration was like completely against having a conversation with him, but I guess he did talk to both administrations, and one of them just kind of used the plan. And now, true, Trump did mention the platinum plan and everything, and nothing did come of it, but I think that's because of his administration at that time, that there were a bunch of fucking moles and rats in there. And they purposely kept that platinum plan. They purposely kept that platinum plan from gaining any kind of traction. What the fuck? Wait a minute, I'm coming. Where the fuck this shit is on watching is stupid. How in the hell? Yeah. One of those.
Noticed, but women generally treat men like jobs. Just always open to better ones with.
And there was some crazy ass, what you call it? Red Bull stunt type shit.
The little cub wanted a bite of food, but instead of a meal, it got a harsh scolding, and worse, a full-blown attack. The Lion King went so far as to bite the cub's spine, leaving it severely injured. This was pure savagery, devoid of any trace of fatherly care. When the lioness discovered what had happened, she erupted in fury. The so-called king of the savannah.
Alright, I'm almost done. People sending me memes and shit this morning. And text messages. Jesus Christ. Dan Calloway said, I'm just here to make you think, man.
Kiki Benny.
All right, guys. We've been at it for a good minute this morning. I think we got about 4 hours. I say this morning I did want to do at least 3 or 4 hours in here. It wasn't a total paint session, and that's always good too, man. We've been stopping, taking little breaks, some social media stuff. Because I did actually send out some stuff for people to come and learn anyway. So, plus we had a little breakfast. We listened to some beats and did a little bit of writing. We rehearsed that first verse for a little while. So we, you know, out of the almost 4 hours we've been here, we probably painted for a good solid, maybe 2 hours. Got about a good solid 2 hours of painting in. I can deal with that, you know. On a Saturday morning. If I'm in the studio for 4 hours and I painted for 2 hours, that's not a bad deal right there. I'll chalk that up as an accomplishment. I ain't gonna brag about it too much, but you know, we be doing stuff early in the game. You know what I'm saying? Where everybody's still sleeping, man. We been up burning the hours, dog. Hey man, what y'all doing? Y'all wasting time. We on the grind. The grind don't stop. I rise and grind. I'm in the game. You ride the pine and looking lame. Come on now, let's live the lyrics. Let's live the lyrics, man. Don't just be writing this shit and then don't be living that shit. I rise and grind. You know what I'm saying? I gotta start my day off. And every time I go to try to find a stopping point, I be like, let me just paint a little bit more. And I am hungry though. Getting hungry. And gotta get some chores done this morning. So I didn't start laundry last night. I just started it this morning. So I gotta swap out laundry and put that first load in the dryer, and I really need to make a shopping list. See exactly what I need to grab from the store for meal prep tomorrow. I ain't gonna lie, man. For the holidays, too, yo, Call of Duty got double XP weekend. Hey, you think I ain't about to play a little bit of video games today? It's double XP weekend. Come on, man. You know I gotta play some video games today. Double XP weekend. How can I miss that? I still have to shower too. That's number one. Hey man, hey, I be starting my day so early. I just be waking up. I roll out of bed and come straight in this motherfucker, bro. Go straight in the studio. There's a really good chance I'll be back up here today. Like I said, I started so early in the day that I got a lot done already. And like I say, after chores and errands, and a little bit of game time, I can't game all day. You know, it does get boring after a while, especially if the homies aren't on. But I do have a new song I'm working on too. So dang, I don't know, man. It's gonna be a big toss up between trying to finish that song or coming back up in here and getting some more skin tone done on this painting. Damn, is music gonna win out? I don't know. I say, man, past couple of weeks I've really been hitting the stride on this writing shit, man. Y'all should have seen me back in the day in my 20s, man, when I was really doing it big and I wasn't even painting. I was just writing. Bro, I'm talking about days. Days on end, nigga. We just listening to beats. All day getting it in. The same way I be in the studio, I would just be writing. Same exact amount of pressure applied. The same amount of focus. lose my spot? I did. All right, I think maybe I can pull away right here. I actually don't want to blend that in too much right now. Maybe, god damn it, maybe a little bit here. I said I want a lot of these wrinkles and fold, like these skin wrinkles to show when I do this up close foot series like this. Alright, a little bit of blending here and there. Soften some of it up, kind of tie some of these transitions together a little bit better. All of that right here is looking okay for this first. Am I stretching? Oh my god. Alright. Yeah. That's a signal right there. Mm-hmm. Did I mess that up? A little bit. All right. I think that'll do it for now. Shit. All right, for real. This is it. That'll do it for now. I'm putting brushes in thinner, cleaning everything up. All right. Let's go grab some breakfast and finish some chores. And I said write a grocery list so we can go shopping later. But uh-oh. There you go. The details are starting to come in there. And I'll let you see what I see. It's a little rough, but first detail layers. Coming along nicely. I just want to try to, like I say, lay down some of the different sections of the skin wrinkles. We'll come back and try to soften those up a little more in the second layer. Let's clean these brushes up. Uh-oh. Yeah, I came in here yesterday and my pad was actually on the fucking floor. I don't know how it slid off of this thing. I don't know. I think the rubber things are starting to give way and it's not gripping it. It's not gripping this thing tight at all anymore. Man, I'm hungry. And I don't know what I'm gonna have for breakfast. Well, I had that banana and apple. That shit was like a snack. Do I feel like cooking? I don't know. I might. I can do waffles and eggs really quick. I sure do. I could do grits and salmon. I might do that. I might do grits and salmon. I believe that'll keep me full for longer. Man, the grits fill you up. You know? Probably do some grits and salmon with a biscuit. And I can while my food is cooking, I'll be, wow, how did that get all the way? I didn't even notice that was doing that. Did that thing break? Oh, it didn't. Okay, it's slipping. I didn't see that. My bad, guys. Damn. All right, that's all the brushes I use. Nope, I use this one too. Yep. Nope, and I use this one. Damn. Yep. I use way more brushes than I thought I did this morning. Make sure y'all wasn't slipping down again. What the hell? I say something wrong with this thing, man. The iPad was on the floor, and then just now the shit slipped all the way down like that. What the fuck? Oh, okay. Oh boy. Make sure everything is off. Top light is off. Turn the heater off. Speaker off. Turn this off. Let's turn this off. And the laptop off. Good night, laptop. And hey, appreciate you guys keeping me company in the studio this morning. We got some we got actually a pretty lot done on this first layer. We'll be back either later this evening or early tomorrow morning to get back on it. Catch you guys next time. Peace.